Hello, in this video I'm going to make some interior changes to the JZX110 Mark II. So since having the car, the window switches had a carbon effect surround on the trim, and I also noticed that the centre of the dash around where the DEFI gauges are also has the same trim. So sort of done some digging on the internet to see if that was an optional extra for this car, and I couldn't really find much information on it. So I had my friend Evan look through his brochures and catalogues that he's got for the 110, and he couldn't find anything either. So had a look through Buyee to see what I could find, and I believe that was a Blit optional extra only. So found some on Buyee, and for some reason I wasn't allowed to bid on it. So the search continued, and I put a post on the Owners Club, and someone said that they had some to drop a message. So I dropped a message, and the gentleman was based in the UAE, so I'm guessing Dubai or somewhere like that. And yeah, he sent me some videos, some pictures of what he's got, and yeah, I purchased them, and they arrived a week later. So here we are, fitting them. So I did go off a hunch that the door cards were going to be the same as a Blit, but as you can see, it's like carbon fibre, but it's not carbon fibre. So I've got the 4 trim pieces for the doors, and then I've got the long centerpiece of the dash and the ignition barrel. So you may notice that the end does say Blit. He also did have one that had 35th anniversary on it, but I thought the Blit would probably be a bit more tamer. I didn't want this big old plaque on the end. I could cover this with a sticker at some point. It does look like it's underneath lacquer, so I can't just peel it off annoyingly, but it's quite cool, like a brushed aluminium sort of style lettering on it, which is quite cool. It does need a bit of a clean, a little bit. There's a few marks on here. Hopefully they'll come off with a cleaner. There are some light scratches, but for a car that's 20 plus years old, it ain't gonna be mint. So yeah, today's job is to take these off with the centerpiece, and this is no issue. These are held on with little screws, and he did mention when he messaged me that a couple of them were damaged, like this one for example. So cross that bridge when it comes to getting to this part. I've also got a slight issue with the centre vents not actually blowing any air at the moment. So although you can do this centerpiece on the car with everything still attached, but while I'm there, I might as well have a look at the same time. So sitting in the car, you can see the centerpiece surround around the center part of the dash. So yeah, then the trim follows all the way around on the door cards. So yeah, it's these 2 vents that don't work. So screws are underneath this anyway, so it makes sense to have a look. And then that's the ignition barrel trim. So I believe the Series 2 Fortuners were silver, the Series 1s were red. You can get like a fake wood effect ones as well, also in red. And I don't know if there's any other colour options. Someone may know. Annoyingly, move the camera, the gear surround is also available in the same carbon trim, but obviously the Blitz only came in an auto, so, and that weren't going to work because this aperture here is too small. I didn't really want to, I mean, I suppose I could have trimmed it, cut it to allow, and then maybe glue this chrome trim on to cover it, but I didn't think, so left it. So what I think someone's done is got the carbon window surrounds from a Blit at some point, maybe, and fitted them in, and and then done this as well. Whether this is the same, I'm guessing is the same as the Blit. I know that there's also variants of this dash. This originally had a sunglasses holder. That's why the gauges are there. And there's some models where this climate control is in the center of this centerpiece. So I had to make sure that it was all smooth to match mine. There's also variants of these climate controls in this position here. There's a different version of this where it's transparent rather than like a black background or smoked. So yeah, there's so many options. So if I can get a matching surround for this, that'd be cool. The plan for the gear surround is probably vinyl wrap this black at some point, just to help it tie in and it doesn't look too out of place. So I'll start off by removing this to get access to this. I won't film trying to figure this out, just in case I make myself look like a tit. I don't know why they're not blowing. The outer ones blow. Obviously the dash one does. This top one is very good. This side one, so-so. So no idea what the issue is. I don't know if I've done something when I disconnected this oil pressure gauge. That is going to be fixed in a video coming up soon. So don't know if it's something I've done, but yeah, anyway. So do this, open the glove box, and on the edge of the trim that can pull, and this just pulls away. And I think there's a plug in there. That's that done. Looks like screw each side, and this top piece should come off. I know I said I weren't going to film it, but why not? It's easy enough to do. Try not to drop the screws. Oh no, so this surround is popping off, then this can come off. Cool. I don't understand why air won't come through here. That's the sensor. Don't know, obviously nothing I've done. Don't know. Can't see anything obvious. More investigation required. Let's crack on with these door cards. So ignition barrel trim should just pull off like so. There should be, oh bugger, apologies, single plug for the window switch. There we go, all done. Center now done. Right, so door card, never done this. So I know I've had the switches off, these just pull off. There's a cover here, guessing there's going to be a screw. Probably going to be a screw here as well. And I'm hoping there's going to be clips around the edge. So using a trim tool, prized around the edge of the window switches, single large plug. There's a screw behind here and here. Also forgot to mention that there's 2 screws underneath this window switch. So I'm hoping this just pulls away. Oh no, might need to take this surround off. Somehow. And that's the door card off. So there's going to be plug here for the light that's in the corner. You need to feed through the wiring for the window switch, and then there's also this plug here which was attached to something. First thing I noticed was this lovely wood effect speaker adapter, and I thought, well, this is rather well made. And then there's an Alpine logo. Don't know if I was going to zoom in. Alpine logo. And then you got a crossover here, which is kind of taped on. So obviously upgraded these speakers. Some questionable screws and washers used. They look like Alpines for definite. Tweeters have probably been changed. They could have tidied up this wiring, really. That's probably just how it came out of the box. So yeah, I mean the speakers are pretty decent, to be fair, cranked up, but yeah, at least I ain't got to worry about them for the time being. So yeah, let's crack on with the door card, which is just here. So I just need to peel back this insulation. I think it's all glued on. Yeah, it's all glued on. Ah, I see. So these, they're not screws. They're got like these star washers that hold them on. Okay. I know for a fact they're not going to come off in one piece. Right. No, it's not sticky. Whatever they use is tough. That'll be enough. Right, so I now need to prise all these little washer bits off and hope that I don't break anything. Probably going to need a very small flathead screwdriver, I guess. I can see why the tabs break. They're not screws, they're these horrible like security washers, as I then said in the previous clip. And you try and prise them to try and open up the teeth, and they just, as soon as there's any pressure, they just snap right off. So this, all this is just foam. I think that is actually part of the door card though. Do look mullered. Now cut my hand all open trying to prise it all off. So let's grab the new trim and see what I can do. I might have to glue them, might have to tiger seal them on, I'm not too sure. So that's the new carbon, oh, move the camera, carbon trim held on. So as you can see, it's exactly the same as what's happened to me. I might see if I can get some little screws to hold them in, maybe with a washer. There's me saying about the speaker with questionable washers, but I might have to do the same here. I don't know if tiger seal, it's kind of, this yellow stuff is like, it's kind of like foam, but it's hard like plastic. So I wonder if I have any screws small enough. Yeah, let's see what I can find. So I couldn't find any, so I've now had to run to this local store and get some. So I'll just use some washers. So these are, it says number 6 times ½ an inch posi. Unsure what the length is on the thread. I can soon measure it. But yeah, with some 6mm stainless washers, it's all sorted. So yeah, at least now I've got a solution for the others, and it should all be plain sailing from here. And that's the door card all back together. Lovely. And then with the window switches, so yeah, finished it off nicely. Right, so let's crack on with the others. So rear door card is pretty much the same as the fronts. It's a cover there with the window switch removed. There's a single screw there. Can't see any others around the edge. Should just pull off, and then away we go. And that's the rear driver side done. So I'll crack on with the other side, and it should be complete. And that's all done. So they still need to clean, but the job is now done. A little bit of a faff in the end with the screws and whatnot, but it is what it is. At least that's a solution to getting them fitted. So yeah, much better in here. Just need to vinyl wrap this center console, and that is then job done. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.